Okay, welcome back, everybody. Coffee and art now in the afternoon, Wednesday. So, yeah, Mel, you need to start streaming. Yeah, you have to have something to stream so you can show it. You got to show how to use these products, girl. Girl. You got to show them how to use them. That's what we like to do here. We're all about the ideas and we're all about showing how to use stuff. So, okay, there was our little sidebar. Okay. All right, so for my birthday, Eileen, the Enabler L, sent me this book, Forgotten Heritage. As you know, we've been working in abandoned places, doing an altered book. And I'm just going to show you one page here. So this is like kind of what we've done in this book. All abandoned places. Now we're also going to work in Forgotten Heritage. And there's all kinds of, I did a flip through this already last week, but there's all kinds of close-ups of some, I guess you'd call them abandoned or forgotten or whatever. But so I'm liking this as a double page spread. Oh, okay, wait a minute. We got to work on this lamp situation because we've got shiny paper until I matte medium it, and we can't have that glare. There we go. Now we're cooking. So maybe that page is just all very vintagey, very rustic, and just so much coolness in here. There's a lot of staircases and there's a school desk. That'll be nice with a world going on right there. Oh, wait, I don't want to lose that page because I might go back to that one. Where is it? Where did that page go? That's fine. Let me flip back. I want that page held. I want to hold that page. Ooh, that one's good though too. They're all good. So yeah, so we're this impromptu. We're just going to pick a page and start playing with it. So here it is, this one. Okay, so flipping. Oh, there's another staircase here. That's a cool one too. There was another one that had a hallway with the stairs. I mean, I love them all. They're all going to be an awesome challenge to turn into our own little worlds. And the smell's so good while I'm flipping. I'm a book sniffer. Just saying. I'm a book sniffer. First thing I'll do when I open a book in a bookstore, gotta sniff it. If y'all have any questions, put them in caps. If you're watching this recording on YouTube, this is a live show on Ustream with the live Mostly Awake. This was the other one I was thinking about. This one right here. Because I can just see like the, mist floating through. So it's that one. I think it's either going to be that one or this one. Maybe I want this one today. All right, so the first thing we're going to do is get out some matte medium. And let me get out a brush out of my glue water. My glue brushes are the only ones I keep in water. And we're going to knock back the shine. Now, you don't have to do this, but if you're, especially because in the very end, you're going to, I gloss varnish it anyway. But, so I use golden matte medium to make things matte and also for my gluing process. But I put it in a dish soap bottle so that you can squeeze out if you don't let it dry in the tip. So then you can squeeze out as much as you want. Got my glue brush here. Oh, and I need some baby wipes for my hands. Go through the baby wipes on Collage. Okay, so if y'all have any questions, let me know. Okay, so now I'm just going to take, oh, one other thing. I can see we weren't prepared, were we? Take some wax paper to put behind your pages so you don't glue your pages shut. Very important. So I'm just going to put some wax paper between both sides so that we don't glue our pages shut. I like these pages too, so let's see what we can do with them. So first off, I'm just going to go ahead and put a little water still in my brush there. Let me dab that out. I am going to just completely coat the pages to knock back the shine. And the other thing about having matte medium, either at this stage or while you're gluing your elements down, and that's going to depend on how much you glue things, how many things you glue down. But if you have it coated with matte medium, when you go to put paint on, and I just use Americana craft paints. They're just craft paints. They're not the satin and not the gloss, just plain Americana craft paint. Okay, well, go ahead then, Carrie. Go ahead. Then the paint will move, and you can manipulate it. Okay, go ahead, guys. Yeah, we already discussed that. Yeah. All right. So now I'm going to hit this with the heat gun. Get this dry. I'm going to glue some things down on top of it, but I'm just going to knock back the shine with this part. Okay, it doesn't have to be 100% dry. I just don't want to run my arm through a wad of matte medium here. Okay, so now I'm going to take my calendars and I'm going to just kind of look through them. These are the calendars that I'm going to be picking from. My fractals, and I've already flipped through these, so I'm not going to do a flip through these now. My moments, my statue angels, the Celtic mandala, and my Tiffany stained glass, which I think I'm going to think about doing now, because I think what I want to do is maybe instead of having the windows be stained glass, I think I want the floors. I'm going to put stained glass on the floors. So I'm going to just kind of flip through here and find a bit of stained glass that will work for that. Just flipping through, guys. I've already flipped this calendar so y'all know what's in it. If you missed it, then you can just go on to where Studio Updates, where I showed every page. I think I'm going to go with this one. All right, so I'm going to start with this because of the colors. It's got almost all the same colors that are in this, albeit they are brighter. But it's got the greens and some ochres, and it's even got the blue, even though this is what's going to be covered up for the most. So I'm just going to kind of look here, and again, if you tear your collage, bits, they'll blend easier. But sometimes it really doesn't matter if you're going on a line or something. You know, it's no big deal to just cut. But if you want it to blend, if you want elements to blend, then it's best if you tear rather than cut. Okay, so I'm just kind of looking at this. There's a couple of tree elements like here. I think this is supposed to be like a Japanese lantern in there. And then we have a couple of circle things here, which those would be good up at the top. So I'm going to just start by tearing it in half. I know, guys. And I think I want one of these circle things. I'm going to kind of test this out for part of the ceiling. And then I'm going to put some more on the floor. And this is all, it's like jazz. You just go for it. There's, you got some rules, but the products and things that I always continue to use, but it's like, so I'm thinking something up there. Let me kind of come down here. And I might even see, I'm considering that line there. So if I cut it, I could put some up here. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to go ahead and cut down that line. And I'm thinking I might want this up here. But there's that arch there. So maybe, I don't know. You just got to kind of play. I think I'm going to go ahead and cut a little bit of arch. I can either cut the arch out or I can move the piece. I think I'm going to do a little of both. I'm going to cut a little bit of an arch out of this piece. Something like that. Okay. And then down here, and I'll keep this. This might go on the other side when we get to that side here in a second. But I'm going to kind of look here and see, how do I want to address, do I want that tree in there? No, probably not. So I'm going to go make sure that that tree's not really prominent in there, but I want the level of the floor. So I'm going to go right up to that door, and I'm just going to cut this down on the fold there. And then I'm going to come over here, and I'm just bending the paper. See, so I'm bending the paper to where I want it to cut, so I can see exactly that line of the room. I'll turn this over, so this will fit perfectly in that spot, like this. And then I'm going to just bend up the edge here to end it at the end of the book. So now I have that perfectly shaped piece, which doesn't have to be that perfect because there's going to be plenty of paint flying around here. Okay, so right like that. Now I'm going to do the other side too. Isn't that kind of cool, guys? And we're going to have things floating. It's going to be awesome, I think. We'll hope. We hope. All right, so there's that side. Now I'm going to come over here. And I am kind of zoomed in so you can kind of see some detail. And now I want this little bit right here. Make sure my pages aren't stuck. I want this little bit in here. So I'm going to do kind of the same thing. Let's see how much I've got there. I think that will work right there. I want the line straight in the corner. So I'm going to go with this much. All right, so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to just cut that and cut this. You like the floor, Eileen? Thanks. Yeah, it's going to, I don't know. We just roll with it. You know how we do here with the collage. Not exactly a science. You know, it's kind of just like what's going to go. I mean, like I can think about things I like mist, water, fog, stars, planets, space, water, waterfalls, and all that. But how it's going to work, you know, it's really, I don't know. All right, so I'm going to clip that little bit off down here. I actually kind of want it to go there. Okay. I like that better. All right, so now this is going to go there, so I want this to meet up. Let's go ahead and flip this up, fold that down, cut that off, and we have our floor cut out. Don't you wish you could do your own floor that easy? Let's tile the floors. Okay. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and glue these bits down. And I'm going to leave my wax paper in here for a while because I'm going right up to the edge. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and glue this on. And when I put my matte medium down, I always put it on the back side too. Okay, put it on the back side. It does matter when you don't, if you don't want wrinkles. Okay, so I'm going to put that down here. Might have to trim this edge here, right in the corner, or right in the crevice. That's always tricky to get to lay down sometimes, those in the corner of the book. So sometimes you got to really work, because there's a little bend right there, right? Where's my, looks cool. Never want to say, make it work to you, but you always say, yeah, make it work. You know, Tim Gunn, make it work. All right, so I'm going to get a card and scrape it down. Make sure there's no wrinkles or bubbles. That just helps. Except, like I said, sometimes you really got to play with it, in the ditch there. All right, let's do this side. Let's move over here. Trying to move back and forth. I can zoom way out so you can see everything, but then you don't see the close-up when I'm painting and things either. So it's kind of like 6 of one, half a dozen of another. You got to, either be real close up to see detail, or if you want the big picture, you got to be kind of far away. All right, so now I'm going to put some on the back here. So sometimes I try to do a little of both. All right, I need to trim this little point off right here and do a little extra glue in the ditch. Okay, put some over the top, smash it down with a card. I love doing this in an altered book. Thank you so much, Eileen, for sending me this book. Because I love my abandoned places, too. I like doing them on both. If y'all have any questions, put them in caps. All right, so I think I'm going to go ahead and put this. Let's move my wax paper up here. I'm going to put this up here at the very top. And I think I might want a watch part up there, or half a watch, and then something beaming down. I'm not sure. Some of this is going to get painted out. And I didn't have, let me say this. I didn't have to paint out any text or anything on this book, on this page. Some pages, they have like here. They'll have a white border, or they'll have some text. That I paint out. So I just paint it all out. Okay. Like in the Abandoned Places book here, let me show you a partially painted out one. Like, let's see. Okay, like this page right here. This page had all kinds of text in here. I just painted that all out. Okay, so let's get a little of those, let's get some of the excess matte medium off here, just so I'm not throwing my arm in it. Alrighty, and don't forget, guys, we're going to start Copics soon. Have Copics in, Copics coming, Copics. I'm excited about all the projects I have planned for my birthday month. Okay, let's see if I can make some space here. Let's move some of this out of the way. Extra wax paper. Extra glue. All right, so I'm not going to... Now, the only other thing I might use here is this. And I might go ahead and put it in part of here. Just because it kind of ties that, and I'm going to have a watch part here. So I think I'm going to go ahead and, just because I like the way it looks there, I'm going to go ahead and put that little bit of stained glass left over right there. And then I got to get me a watch part. And we're going to do this one. This page shouldn't take too long, actually. In my head, anyway. In my head. Well, who knows, right? Because I really want mist coming through here. This is like, just makes, there's not a lot needed to be added to here except maybe blend it out with a little paint right there or something. It's like coming together real quick. and we're going to go around the corner, you know, so I want to keep this kind of plain, but I do want a watch hand up here with some, a watch with some watch hands up there. And I will keep these bits because these are big chunks of, those are big chunks of Tiffany glass. But I don't keep stuff like this most of the time. That's too much to keep up with. Unless I decide to use it like in this particular, oh no, that's not looking, no, it's too busy. You know, unless I'm using it in the piece right here, then it would be behoove me to keep it. But I can't keep up with too many little bitty pieces. All right, let me see, let me go over here to my watches here. My watch drawer. Let's go to my watches and mechanicals. Ooh, that's a good one right off the bat. That might, no, it's too white. Needs to have more of a gold tone, I think. I'm just kind of flipping. That one might, no, that's too big. That's too silver. Might have to get out of, oh, maybe this one will work. Let's see. Or this one. No, it's got too much red. Maybe just a black one. No, needs gold tone because of the colors I've already got in there. Might have to get out a watch magazine. Dig. Let's see what this does here. Maybe this is enough. Maybe that's enough there. But it kind of gets lost. It almost needs something a little more bold. Let's see what this one does. I might have to get out of, because this one's too, yeah, that's not, neither one of those are working for me. It's got to work for me. Hang on, guys, I'm digging over here a minute. Here we go. Just dig out a watch magazine. You can get all kinds of watch magazines. There's like, I think there's like at least 5 different kinds. So if you want like lots of watches, because I don't want anything this big. Bye, J-Love. Thanks for coming. Appreciate everybody stopping in. All right, let's see. Let me flip through it because I've used a lot in all of these. So, now here we go. That one might work. Let's see. We'll make it fit. We'll make it work. All right. I might just need. I gotta think about it because I want that. I don't want to lose that arch, so I think I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna cut it down just a little more, and we'll make it an arch there, like this. There we go. Now, do I want? I think I'm gonna cut up into the hands here because I'm gonna draw. I'll paint in my own. There we go. Now we're cooking. All right. I'm not going to overthink that. I'm going to glue it down. It's already getting kind of busy. Okay. There we go. Because then I can paint my own hands whichever way I want them to go. Okay. Now, let's see. I think I want to, do I want anything else glued down? Not at the moment, I don't. So I just talk it out, guys. I talk it out. But I love I'm looking through my calendars. See, my angels in here are going to be way too big. Ooh, but that's an awesome one. Look at that. I don't know, guys. I'm going to cut her out and see. If we don't use her on this page, we'll use her on another one. But I'm loving that back of the wings there. Let's just see what happens if we lay her on there and see what happens. Okay. I do kind of like some of these quotes. I think I'll keep the giant quote. We're still here, guys? Still with me? We're rolling here, people. Rolling, rolling. I think I'm not going to use her hand. Why am I using these giant scissors? Don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I'll keep the hand in for a minute just to see how it lands. Although it doesn't have to be there if it doesn't work. A little tricky to see on this black background. Watching intently. Oh, thanks, Eileen. All right. And see, it just kind of cuts off there, but we can shape that wing. You know, we can shape it. So, all right, let's go ahead and do this one. I'm going to keep that little bit of light on the top of the wing. It's really kind of cool. Really, this page shouldn't take that long. In my head, what I have planned for this isn't going to take that long, but I did want to. I was so anxious to work in this book, Eileen, that you sent me with the new calendar pages. I've been just like, oh, I want to use my new calendar pages, and I want to use Eileen's book. So this is just altering a book, guys. It's just, you know, kind of, I call it like reverse collage because you're blocking things out, then you're putting things back in. But you can just call it altering a book, you know. I'm going real careful. I don't want to lose that light line, and it's very minute. So, all right. And this she may not even make it to the page, guys. We're going to see. She may not even make it to the page. I got to lay this down on top. And I can't do it. I can't lay this down on top as a full page. I have to cut her out and see if she's going to work, right? So, there we go. See what I mean, Vern? It's going to depend. Something like maybe right in there. It might not work. It might just be too... I mean, I can see the subtleties of color in there, but I think I might just need... Let's just do a quick... While this page is kind of sitting for a minute, I just want to kind of do a quick little flip here. Let's just... You know, I just want to see what's going to... You know, if I put her on another page. She's big, so she has to have a lot of... She has to have some space, right? She has to have some space. Hi, Yuli. But look, see? There's other options. I think she just might be a little too big for that particular page. See, she'd probably work something on here, maybe. See? Ooh, that's a good one, too. Look at that, like looking down there. Ooh, that's a good one. If she was just a little bit smaller, where she could be looking down that way. Hi, Hibiscus. Thanks for stopping in. I like that. I think we'll keep her for something like this. And of course, I can paint over to that page to make it go over 2 pages. So, okay, we're going to keep her for later. She's too big for this page. All right. All right, let's see what else we got. Let me put my angel back in the calendar for now. See, you just don't know. Some things are bigger. Some things are too wrong size, you know. Now, that one's cute. All right, I'm going to cut out again. Sorry, guys. You gotta roll with it. You gotta roll with it. Are the pictures on the back of the calendar? There might be. Yeah, they're too small though. Look, see, they're just thumbnails. Like, and that's the biggest one. It's just they're too little. They're too little. But that's a good thought. All right, let's just see what happens with this. And I might have to cut the little, the little thing she's sitting on here. And again, I want to try it. Let's just keep that quote. I don't need all this though. I won't use that, but I might keep the quote. All right. Let's do a quick fussy cut here. And this may not work either. I just kind of, they're all my new calendars. Because they're all my new calendars, I just want to try to I really want to incorporate as many as I can, right? So it's not necessarily that this has to be on there. It's just I want to dig into my calendars. So we'll see what happens here. This would be needs to be a planet. Ooh, yeah. That could have been a watch part, too. This could have either been a watch or a planet. It's going to have to be a planet, I think. I don't know. It may not work on this page. It might be too big for this page, too. Because, see, here's the thing I want to do, guys. I want the mist. See how big? It's just way not going to work. Because I really want the mist to come in and out of here. But when we do this one, we'll make this a planet. Okay, we're not using that one either. Sorry. What else do we have here? All right, so those are going to be too big. These are all huge in here. These all almost make a page in themselves. That's not going to work. Fractals aren't going to work because we already used a stained glass. So we're left with a mandala or another something something. Yeah, I think we're going to just go with, just this. This is why we're the trespassers. We're the audience here, guys. We're the audience. Okay, so I'm just going to roll with this. We're going to make it a quick. All right, let me put my glue brush back in the water. Move my glue. And we're going to go ahead and get some paint out and we'll roll with this. All right, so I'm going to get out. That's got black paint on it. Let's make sure I don't have any. Okay, so let's go with some black, white, some other, maybe I think it's got enough yellow, maybe a little green. So there's some white. Where's my black here? Night, dragonfly, sleep well. And scissors. Oh. Move the matte medium. Make some room. Okay, so now I got to think of I think I might want lime green mist. That might look like it smells or something. If I have green mist, that may be, I don't know. I mean, it would look good, but I think that connotation of a green mist isn't that pleasing. You know what I mean, Vern? Let's see. It could just be white. Yes, trespasser. Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and take my black and I'm going to go ahead and do my edges and some star edges and all right. So I'm just going to go ahead and I still have my wax paper behind it here. I am kind of zoomed in. I can zoom back out. Well, let's go ahead and zoom out because I don't think you can even see the full page here. I think that might be better. There we go. All right, so I'm going to take my black and I'm going to go around the edges here and I'm going to do around these arches and I want kind of a little bit of a star world up in here. And you can blend because it's coated with matte medium. Get a fresh baby wipe here. You can blend with your finger and with your baby wipes. Toxic mist. Yeah. Toxic, so you can just kind of blend a little bit like this when you don't blend with your finger. I don't know, it got a little dark, guys. It's just not, and I know it's a dark page, but let me lighten it up just a little. There we go. It flashes that out a little, but now you can at least see a little better. Okay, so I'm just going to continue around, and I'm going around these arches. I'm going to go ahead and dip down in the arches just like where they naturally flow. And you don't have to do all this with your finger. You can use a brush to get it nice and crisp if you need it to be for doing something like this. Bye, Carrie. How about lavender? No, there's really nothing. That doesn't tie anything together. I'm big at like tying things together, you know, for the composition and the balance. You wouldn't think that there's a lot of balance in something like this, but there is. Okay, now, just going to kind of go over this and go down like this. Don't ever be afraid to like get rid of stuff in the page. You know, like all that right there can be gone because you're the boss of your altered book. Just like you're the boss of your color book. You're the boss of your altered book. And then, because the thing is with the matte medium, because it's matte medium, you can wipe away anything. Because the matte medium has coated your page. So, there we go. All right. All right, now I've done the edges, so I'm pretty sure I can take away my wax paper now because I won't be gluing my pages together with paint or matte medium. Oh, I do want to see one thing. Let me get a brush here, though. I do want to have these meet right here. I don't want that one, like, overlapping. I want them to meet there, just like that. Does that look cool, guys? I do too. I like it. Now, just looking at it, let me get that, let me get a little bit sharper edge here. All right. Just like that. Again, this is going to be a quick page, guys. It really is. I'm going to be done in 5 minutes. Seriously. All right, let's try this. I love this book, Eileen. All right, now, we'll see. All right. Need a little detail here on this watch. Get a smaller brush, and I think I want that number there. I'll just make it like one of the, and these are too big. Let's just kind of want this thinner because I'm going to draw my own watch hands in here. Okay. Okay. I need to fix this right here. This is a little. Okay. Actually, I'm going to have to go off the edge of the paper. That's probably Hubster. Yeah, hang on, guys. Hey, I'm still streaming for a few more minutes. What's up? Thank you. Okay, honey. Bye. What the? Bye. All right. All right. Now, I do, Eileen. All right. So now I need some stars. So let me get a little bit. I need some of my white. I need it separate because I need some this thick and I need some watered down. So let me just pick some of this up and bring it over here. And add a little water to it. So I can flick me some stars. All right, so we're going to flick some stars. All right, so I'm just going to kind of cover up. And you could always mask this off, you know. But the thing is, like, here's got some right there. That doesn't matter because of the matte medium. I can just wipe away anything. Okay, so come over here. And you can always do this with a gel pen too or something. You don't have to flick everything, but it's quicker. It's quicker and it looks more, it doesn't look so like fake. If you try to do every single one with the gel pen, it will look a little like contrived because you have to put every single one dot by dot, right? All right, so, and then I think I'm going to go ahead and do it down here. The bottom. Then I'll draw in my own extra. I know it's kind of hard to see, isn't it? Now it's lashed out again. Sorry, guys. I struggle. The struggle is real. The struggle is real with the lighting. Okay, so you see. All right, so I also want a few in there, so I'm going to go ahead and just kind of. Too many. I'll wipe them back out. Now let me dry this with the heat gun. Now I want to take care of my watch hand, some mist, and I think we're done. Let me get a Posca, a ruler, and not only is a ruler a good, and this is a see-through ruler, but I still think you'll get the idea. Not only is a ruler good just if you want to draw a straight white or any color line, but you can see the direction of everything going. Why did it get so dark? I don't understand. All of a sudden it got really dark. Maybe the sun just went over the top of the house or something. There we go. It's a little better. So, like, I want these watch hands to come off here so I can kind of see where I want them to go. Like this one, I think I'm going to have go right out this. I'm going to have it go right out the window so I can kind of see the direction, right? So I'm going to have this one come this way. So I'm going to pick up the old one here. I think I picked up the one that's, yeah, I think this is the one that's almost out. I've got another one here. Okay, let me get one started, guys, a new Posca. I got another one somewhere that's got some in it. Let me get a new one going here. Come on, baby. Come on. Get going here. There we go. All right. So I'm going to have that line coming right from the center there down to out that window. Now, I don't want to lay my wet ruler right on that wet, right? So let me dry that real quick. And And then I want this one. Never mind those there. I can always just paint some of this out here in a minute. So I think I want this one. I almost want it to go that way. Maybe a little bit more, though. Do I want it to go through the windows and out that way? I kind of do, but I got my mist to consider. I got some mist stuff going on, so I think I'm going to do this. Let's see. I'll have it come. I'm going to have it come to this window. Kind of like the mist is going to go in one window and out the other. And then it's going to go behind that wall, through here. Come on. And do I want it to go behind that one or just, I think I'll just have it go straight through this one. Okay, come on. Work with me, Posca. Oh wait, I didn't want it to go through that window. Okay, I'll put the rest in with the pencil. Okay, so now I know which direction I want it to flow. Now, let me go back over here and work on my little watch hand here, because now my watch is not going the direction I want it to go. I've got to kind of tweak it. Tweak my little half watch here. Okay. Now let me dry that. Mick is really enjoying you today. Oh. Mick is Tracy's bird. Okay. So now let's go ahead and fix a little bit of this here. The rest I'm going to put in with pencil, I think, because I can make it not so harsh of a line when it's a pencil line. So let me get my white Prismacolor here and sharpen. And we're going to mist and we're going to be done. It's kind of a quick one today, guys, comparatively speaking. All right, let me knocking over all my paints. All right. Then I need a little bit of a shadow. I need a dark green. Hang on, I got to dig out a dark green. Okay. Sharpen. Thanks, Sarah. All right, so I'm just going to put a little bit of dark green shadow. Probably needs to be more olive. This green's a little too bright, I think. I'll roll with it today. Okay, I need my black. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and just pop in my own few stars here where I need them, because it just needs a couple more from the splatter. All right, now let's go back over our lines here and kind of, that hand right there needs to go. Let's see. This needs to be painted out. Stands out too much. Probably need another coat. My brush was kind of watered down. All right, so now I'm just going to go back over my Posca here, and this will kind of feather it out just a little, so it's not such a harsh line. It'll be a little bit, you know, softer line. Okay, hang on, my chat froze there. All right. All right, so now it comes behind here, over to here, but I will have it cut across that one, just so it kind of looks like it's going out this window and through this beam here. And Then I think I might even have it come right out behind there. Just kind of looks kind of cool that way. But I think that the dark green, I mean the green is too stark green. I'll use a little black. I just need a little bit of a shadow under there. Not too much, just to knock it down so it looks like a little bit of, especially on the green part here. There we go, that's better. I like that better. Alright, back to the wire can. I think I need a little bit of Posca right here, right across that. Alright, so now we got this going on. It's subtle, guys, but like if you see it in person here, it really stands out. Why is my chat not locking in? Hang on, guys. All right, now I do want a couple, let me do a couple brighter stars here and there. Maybe a couple blue little planets or purple planets. I think it needs to be purple because there's purple in the stained glass. So I think, let me just make a couple bigger ones here, here, here. Just a few extra bigger stars. And down here, there's going to be a few floating. I got to do my mist. A few stars kind of going down this way. The little stars are subtle, guys. It's hard to see them. See them there? Okay. So let's get a purple. All right, I think I'll put one like right over here. Let's put one down here. And we'll put one right up here. Do a couple shooting stars and then we'll be done with the sky or the... Alright, let's just put a shooting star right here. And maybe one down here. No. Just a couple little shooting stars over there. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you like it. All right. Now, I might need one down here, too. I don't get carried away. That one might not show by the time we get the mist. Kind of want them to kind of converge, but... All right. So now, let's get over to my dried paint, or the not watered down paint. A baby wipe, my finger, and we're going to do mist. All right. Shh, 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 shh. Let's see, how do I want this to go? Okay, I need to get it a little wetter. Because I want it to come down in these windows and out this one like that. And I'll take my baby wipe and kind of finesse it. almost like a cloud up in here. Let's see here. Kind of then put 2 layers so I can get it nice and bright. So let me just get a little base coat there. Clean off the edge here. I don't want it going over the edge. Now let me dry that. Because I need a nice base layer to get some brighter on top. Kind of roll in some mist and clouds here. Thanks, guys. I'm glad you like it. Appreciate it. Gotta watch these edges, though. I want it to be like it's behind there, not in front of it. But stuff like this, it's less is more. The less you can do to get the effect you want, the better. It'll look much more like what you can imagine if it's just not so, keep it subtle. Just that little bit wisping through. You know, it's not too much. Not too much. Although it could use just a little bit more coming from up here, like. Use just a little touch coming up this way. Keep it kind of balanced. Now let's smooth out that edge. There we go. Something like that. So there we go, guys. I think I'm going to stick with just that. Just that much is all it really needs. You know? I'm thinking that's all it needs. Thanks, guys. Creepy good. So, yeah, maybe just one little highlighted bit there. Now I'm kind of wanting to wisp it up. Hang on. I might want to wisp it up a little. Like tilt the wisp up a little. Yeah, there we go. It needed that. Needed that little up tilt of wisp. Just like that. That's one too many, though. That one was one too many. Let's get it back that one up. Beep, beep, beep. All right, guys. Well, I'm going to head out. And thanks for sticking by me while I finish this up. Hope y'all enjoyed it. And the little pencil demo thing we did earlier. Hope y'all like that too. And I don't know if I'm going to stream on Friday yet. I never really know on Fridays until almost like Thursday night. It's kind of tricky to say. Thanks, Terry Trouble. And thanks, guys. Thanks, Eileen, for the book. Let me dry it real quick and I'll close the book in case you missed the cover. I appreciate you and all y'all that have sent me birthday gifts. Thanks so much. Terry, Vicky S., Eileen, everybody that's here. Melody. Who else? That's here. I don't know that. Who else is here? Tracy C. And also Kelly. Thank you. Thanks, everybody. So, yeah, this is the book we're altering. Forgotten Heritage. We'll be altering this one and the abandoned places. This one here. Well, this one here. You're welcome, guys. So if I don't see you Friday, come back on Monday because I'm going to have some giveaways on Monday because it's my birthday month. And we'll be talking Copics and yeah. All right, guys. Y'all have a good day, good tomorrow, and we'll see you later.